Hi there, my name is Tim and I run McKee Computers, a little business I've been doing by myself for about 12 years. This is my actual first video. I decided I'd make a video of this particular computer that I'm making, mainly because it's the most expensive big computer I've ever built. We're talking $12,500 of computer equipment. So yeah, I've never made anything close to that before. The customer has bought all the pieces. I didn't sell anything to him. He strictly commissioned me to build it for him because he wasn't confident enough to make it himself. And I said, yeah, sure, I will do it. We've chatted to and fro a little bit about what he wants to get and what he needs, and yeah, it's all here. And as you can see, I've already started to assemble it. So far, I've got the memory, the CPU, and the storage all installed, as well as the bracket for holding the liquid cooler onto the CPU. What makes this computer special? Well, the motherboard for a start is $2,500 worth of motherboard. What makes this motherboard special? Well, partly this, which attaches onto here. I've got it off at the moment because I'm almost ready to install it into the case. But this is actually a programmable LCD screen. It also has connectors for all sorts of stuff, like your front panel connectors for your power and things like that. It also has its own power button and reset switch, and that all plugs onto there. And as you can see, all the motherboard connectors are actually on the right hand edge, which means basically nothing plugs to the top like a normal motherboard would, which is going to make it really easy for cable management, because all the cables are going to be just tucking away straight away. All these panels come off with magnetic locks, so super easy to work on. And the whole thing is pretty hard to see, but the whole bottom of it has a metal plate to not only keep it rigid, but to basically draw heat off the board and keep it cool. So like the heat sinks on this thing are crazy. The whole board just absolutely weighs a ton. Like a normal motherboard doesn't feel like that. It's also going to stop the board flexing in any way, which can often damage cheaper boards. So yeah, premium. But yeah, I wouldn't personally pay this kind of money to get something like that, but I'm appreciating the build quality. It's pretty impressive. On top of all that, he's bought a Ryzen 9 9900 X3D processor made by AMD. It's pretty much top of the line gaming CPU at the moment, and I've already installed that. He's got 96 gigs of 5600 megahertz DDR5 RAM, which I've already installed, and that's from Crucial. He listened to me when I mentioned that going above 6000 megahertz is generally unstable, and so he's gone for the 5600 megahertz, which is great. Don't know if he really needs 96 gigs of RAM, but he's gone with it, so I'm just going to go with it. I've also installed a pair of Crucial T705 4TB NVMe SSDs. So he's got a total of 8 TB of storage between two drives. Not sure why he needs that much, but again, that's what he wanted. Myself, I got all my games on a 4 TB and then Windows on a 500 gig, and that's plenty. But maybe he's doing some video editing and needs all the space, I don't know. Anyway, truckloads of storage. And then the crown jewel of this whole thing, he's top of the line graphics card from Nvidia. It's a RTX 5090, 32 gigs of VRAM, absolutely insane amounts of power for graphics. But he's also gone one step higher, and he's bought a MSI Supreme Liquid, which means it has its own liquid cooler attached, which is insane. So, liquid cooled graphics card. So yeah, this card alone is $6,000. So it makes up nearly half the cost of the whole computer. So when you look at graphics card pricing at the moment, it is pretty insane, and yeah, it's like, this is like the most insane I've ever seen. And for his cooling his processor, his AMD Ryzen 9, he's bought a Lian Li Hydro Shift LCD, 360mm liquid cooler. These have a digital LCD screen that you can program to show all sorts of stuff. Very cool. Which means, yeah, that's right, you counted it. We have two 360mm liquid coolers we have to fit into this computer. So yeah, it's going to be a bit more challenging to power it all. He's bought a Lian Li 1300 watt power supply. This is a special, what they call an edge design. So basically, instead of having the connectors on the side of the box, they have this L plate that comes out and has all the connectors there, making it supposedly way easier to install. We'll see if that's true or not when we get to it, but it's very interesting. So yeah, that's 1300 watts to run everything. And all his fans, he's gone for these Lian Li Unifan SL wireless LCD fans. So not only do they light up with colour, they've got little LCD screens in the middle of them, and you can program it to display all sorts of stuff. I think one fan on its own is like $69. So these are 3 packs, and he's got a couple of those. So you can see how this is all adding up big time. And to house all this stuff, bear with me. I'll present to you the Antec C8 Curve case. It was one of the few ones I could find that actually could house 2 liquid coolers comfortably, with plenty of room for everything else as well. As you can see, it's got the new rave at the moment, which is timber panels to make it look pretty. It's what we call a fish tank type case, so it's dual chamber, this chamber is where all the components go, and then this other chamber is your power supply, cables and all that, all the ugly stuff you don't want to see. So yeah, had to get a pretty sizable case to fit this all in. And so yeah, we're all ready to rock. Well, I'm all ready to rock in building it. As you can see, as I said before, I've started doing the motherboard. I'm at the stage now, I will be putting it into the case shortly, and then yeah, continuing on from there. So there you have it. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'll hopefully show you some more videos of the build as I go, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll leave a link in the description for my business website, and if you noticed the photos going in the background, that's actually my work as well. I do photography as a hobby, and I'll leave a link in the description there as well if that caught your eye somehow. I may make some videos about my photography trips as well, if you might be interested in that. But for now, see you later and have a great day.